Welcome to the Call Her Sam podcast. I'm your host. My name is Sam. If you're new here, you are absolutely welcome. Happy Thursday. You only have a few hours left until the weekend officially hits, so just hang in there. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button, hit it, and also the notification button so you never miss an episode. Today's guest is let me just try and break it down, okay? She is a radio presenter, TV presenter, journalist, entrepreneur, and she's a mommy. Most of all, she wears a lot of hats. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome Chileya Lungowe. Woo! I'm so excited.
Oh, wow.
I'm excited too. People see this and they're like, we haven't seen you in so long. Because we hadn't seen each other years, and this is second time we've seen each other. And this is bad. What does this say about us, though?
No, it's terrible. We saw each other, was that last year when you visited? Yes, and last year was the first time we saw each other in, like, was it 14 years? No, more than that. No, I think the last time we saw each other, I was larger than a mountain. I was carrying somebody.
You were carrying somebody.
I was carrying somebody.
And that somebody is now an adult himself.
Yeah. Almost a teenager. Good God.
How are you? Your skin is glowing. I love your hair.
Thank you. I'm good, thanks. And thank you for having me. I think it's been long overdue.
Yes. Long overdue. Too long.
Yeah.
Now we'll go straight into it. You are a radio presenter, TV presenter, journalist. So what initially drew you to the career path you've chosen, and how has it evolved over time?
What drove me here, I would say, I think I knew from a very young age that I was supposed to be in media. I was drawn to music. Say that music can hear how old the breath can. And then I just found myself gravitating toward certain.
Oh, please bear with us. The network is crazy. The network is crazy. You need to give that up. You need to say that again.
Oh, wow. Okay. You asked me a question, how this journey started, how I found myself in media and journalism. I was saying that I think it's rooted from, firstly, an influence from my elder brother, who was very passionate about music. So I watched him listen to music, and I wanted to be him, you know. And then later I think high school, I really was into entertainment. And then right after high school, I met people who basically were in the industry, and they said I had something, and that's where the journey began from.
Mm-hmm. So where was your first job, and what was that like?
My first media job, I wouldn't say media job per se, I would say music job, was in a club. I used to play music in a club.
Okay.
Yeah, and I
was not expecting you to say that.
I know it shocks a lot of people when I tell them that I started there. And then I met someone who was into radio, and he told me, he said, by the way, we have an opening, I think in radio, and I think you would be so suited for this. And so I went to audition at Radio Phoenix, and that was my first radio job.
Ooh, look at you.
Look at me. But the TV journey, though, is a different story. For TV, was right after high school. There was a lady who was into media who told me, I think I was in the 11th grade. She was like, what do you want to do after high school? And I said, I have no idea. And she was like, you should come see me. So, and then she started recruiting us to do I think it was a teen show. So one of the people that I worked with, or two people who you probably are very famous and you know them, Nawale Vilahakis and Hezron Ngosa. So we were a couple of teenagers ish who started doing TV. Yeah.
Okay. So from Phoenix, now you are, we obviously we work together. Phoenix, yeah, then
Then I moved to NER, yeah.
yes, now you found
Yeah.
yourself on TV, back on
Mm,
TV.
yeah.
You host the Born and Bred show.
Yeah.
What's that like?
Oh, it's fun. I will say I will say it's so much fun. I'll tell you something that my son always says every time I go every Wednesday when I'm hosting the show with my co-host. He always says, "Bye, mom. Have fun hanging out with your friend." So I would say I literally go hang out with my friend. We chat and play music videos and just rant away. So it's fun. I would tell you that it's fun. I would say I'm very lucky to do things that I love. Yeah.
Mm. And that's
Mm.
important. Do things that you love because I feel like when you do things that you love, it gives you that purpose and that drive to keep going because it's something that you love. It's not something that you are not attached to just be like, oh, I hate what I'm doing. Then you're not,
Yeah.
it doesn't motivate you to give you your all. So when you love something, you're just like, yeah, let's do this, let's make the most of it. Let's get it even bigger and
Yeah.
bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
So
It's like
how did
you
you
go. Yeah. Sorry. I was gonna
now
say that you go hang out and then you get paid to hang out. Basically, you don't even see how much time goes by when you do something you love. I feel I always say that.
Yeah, that's true. Remember how when you're working on radio, people usually say, "Oh, so then you go into that little room and you're basically talking to yourself." And when someone said
Yeah.
that, I was like, "Right, you are talking to yourself." Because
Um.
it's almost
I had a boss. I think after I left YRFM, I joined 5FM. He would always say to us, the late Matipi, he would always say, you cannot work in this industry if you do not have or possess a certain level of abnormality, which is the ability to speak to yourself, laugh to yourself, and be very convinced that you actually have a conversation with someone. And I would like look at him and say, I never thought of it in that way,
you
you
know
know?
what? I've never thought of it either that way because I do find myself having meetings with myself.
You see? So there's a certain level of
Where you find yourself just speaking to yourself and you're like, so I'm going to say this. Oh, this is how I'm going to do this. It's crazy. It's so, so crazy. I hope you're still there because it's like you've frozen.
Mm.
So, what are some of the challenges? Okay, so hold on. I'm still talking about the Born and Bridge. How long have you been there and how did you find yourself on hosting this gig, basically?
Okay, how long? So I have had breaks. I think I hosted the show a couple of years back. I think it was between 2011 and 2013, I think.
Mhm.
And then basically I picked up last year. I was on a break from the show for a long time because I just went to do other things. I went to do school and, other obligations came into play. And then last year, our producer, IK, reached out to me and told me, hey, listen, there's this opening. Would you want to come back and host the show again? So yeah, I said, hey, you know what? I love the show so much. So yeah, why not? So I came back and been hosting it for the last 1 year plus now.
Nice.
How I found myself doing it? Well, IK and I have a history of friendship. We've been friends since I think I was like 19 when I was doing that show I told you about, where we were a bunch of teenagers and doing this youth show. So I ran into him at ZNBC, and that's how we became friends, and we've been friends since then.
And the rest, as they say, is history.
And the rest is history.
Uh-huh. Now, what are some of the challenges you've encountered as a woman in journalism or media? and how have you overcome them? Because you do hear stories where women find it difficult to get into or to break into the media sector, and you have to know somebody who knows someone who knows someone. So what are some of the challenges you've encountered as a woman?
I think the major challenges are, like you rightly put it, it's you have to know a guy who knows a guy. And also, I think one of the major challenges is being underestimated, how much, you know, well, how much talent or how much interest you have in it. I think it's a very biased industry to some degree, especially towards the women. And well, we've heard so many stories. It's like you have to put some people will tell you stories like you kind of like have to give favors to get a role. We've heard of such situations happening where you have to, give favors in order for you to get a job. So I think those are some of the major challenges that a lot of us have faced. And how have I overcome them? Oh, I guess I just always believe that this is what I was meant to do. So when some days get challenging, I just tell myself, "You got this, girl." So I guess that's what's worked basically.
Give yourself that pep talk and talk yourself down.
You have to give yourself a pep talk because nobody's gonna give you the pep talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to see yourself. Now, have you ever felt that your gender has impacted your career, your career progression or opportunities? Let's say.
I didn't get the question again. What's the question?
Have you ever felt that your gender has impacted your career progression or opportunities? The fact that you are female.
First of all, I think it's a very competitive industry, and sometimes I think women really do not really support each other as much as we should. Mm-hmm. That's what I feel. There's this I don't know, where we always feel like we always have to compete against each other. I think women were very petty, sorry to say. I know we can be that. So there are some women, yes, who will help you out because they think you got what it takes. But sometimes it's the opposite. I hope that answers your question.
But do you feel like you get support from women within the industry? Do you think you get support? Do you think there's also support within the industry? Because like you said, you mentioned there's plenty of competition. But do you think there is support? As much as there's competition, do you think there's support?
Yes, there is support. There are some good people out there who do support other women, and when they see that you have, for example, you're good at production, and they know that you are a good producer, they will recommend you and say, "Hey, I saw this and I figured you could, this is well suited for you." So they are there. Yeah.
Okay. Now, veering away from the media, we'll come back. You are a mom of one.
Yes, I am a mom of one.
Dog mom. You're also a dog mom, as they say. That's what they say. Why not a dog mom? So you're a mom of one. Sure. You're a mom of one. You have a son. Do you believe you have the mom gene? Because a lot of people automatically believe, oh, every woman wants a child. Every woman should have the mom gene. So do you think you have the mom gene? It's like almost like saying, like basically like you should know it all. You should know how to change a diaper. Immediately you have the child. You should know what's wrong with them because you're the mom. So would you say you have the mom gene?
I would say I have the mom gene because I think my son is a clear, I'm trying to find the right words, a pure description of how I've raised him. I think he's a great kid. He's a very humble child and very sweet. I think that's the two of the best descriptions I would describe him. And I know that I must be doing something right for him to turn out that way. So I think, yes, I, I want to believe that I have played some role in his shaping his personality. And but does everybody have the mom gene? No.
I don't think so either.
And I feel like, I know for the longest time there's this notion that when you're born a female, automatically you must want to have kids. But I always say, and I tell people that, hey, you know what? Being a parent is not child's play.
No, it is not.
It's it is not child's play, because there are some dark days, and it takes a lot to raise a human being and provide and just be there emotionally, physically, and oh my God, it takes a lot.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
what's it like raising a boy? You're in this industry and also just in this time and age. Oh,
I think it's tough raising a boy, especially coming from the angle of being a single mom. I'm a single mom, and it's not been easy raising a boy, because um I feel that there's certain things that I was born female, so I would think it's easier when you are a specific gender and you impact certain knowledge into a specific gender. I think it's easier when they're younger, but when they start growing older, you have to start dealing with, like right now, my he's going to be a teenager this year. So you know what that comes with. It's now there are certain traits that are coming where some days he doesn't want to speak because I don't know what's going on there. And then now, how do you deal with that? you know, so it's not easy to raise a boy. And even when they're younger, they go through those phases, where the tantrum threes, the terrible twos, the fives. You know what five comes with. You don't know what you're dealing with. So it's not easy, if you ask me.
And I commend you because you're a single mom. You're basically doing this by yourself. I mean, I'm sure you have your village.
Yeah.
But some people say, where is the village? Where is my village? I need my village. So
yeah.
It's, whew, girl.
Yeah. So the village, I think people should really know that the village is everybody that adds something to how your child is raised. For me personally, my village is, I've been so lucky to have had a nanny for 11 years. She's been with me for the longest time. I have so much respect for her because she's his second mom. And then, you've got the grandparents and you've got your siblings and just everybody else. The teachers at school also they're part of the village too, because, hey, it's not an easy task to raise a person, up. Yeah.
Oof. I commend you because my mom also was single, because we lost our dad. So she basically single-handedly, raised us. And that's not easy. 4 of us. You have one, there's 4 of us. So that's, whoo, Lord Jesus.
Kudos to her, man.
I don't know if I'll be able to do it. Like, just be honest, I don't know. I do not know. I do. But kudos to you. Now, going back to journalism, do you believe that there are specific barriers to women reaching leadership positions in journalism or in just media as
well? That's a tough question, I think. Yeah, I think honestly, I feel it's tough because it hasn't been that industry for the longest time where women were allowed to be in the front seat. They were usually put in the back seat, or remember back in the days, the only time you would see a woman, in the journalism sector is maybe she has to play a role, maybe she's just newscasting because she's a pretty face and she has a great voice. But now, I think there's some amazing women who have broken that barrier and said, I can do more than just be a pretty face. I can be a pretty face and have a brain to be a leader. And yes, women are doing that. And I'm very excited for the future.
Yes. Amen. The future is women. What are some of the rewarding aspects of your career?
The rewarding aspects. I want to say that it's nice sometimes to walk in the street and have someone walk up to you and say, "Oh, hi, I know you. I've seen you on TV. I think you're awesome." I think that's one of the plus uh,
Oh,
sides, And sometimes you even
mm,
you get certain things because people know you. You're sort of like a brand on your own. I think those are some of the pluses. And also other times you're recommended for other jobs because people
you're
already
recommended
know
for
you, and yeah, like they've seen you before, they know your capabilities, and so people call you up and say, "Hey, I think this role would suit you because you already put out who you are out there."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's still so much. We need to have a separate conversation. I've been saying this to guests lately, like we need to have a separate conversation, we need to have more because I feel like there's still more
Yeah.
you have to say that you can impact and people from, even if it's just one person that we touch,
Yeah.
we've done our job. Away from that, there was something recently I had seen, and I've known you for a long time. You went from I first met you when you had no hair.
Yeah.
You were
Bold
bald.
girl
You chose to be bald.
for the longest. Yeah.
You're the bald girl. You're that bald-headed
Mm-hmm.
lady. Trying to get hair on you was just you were not having it.
Yeah.
So now you've evolved. You've done the whole growth. Your style has changed. Your hair has changed.
Yeah.
See you rocking them braids, girl.
Thank you.
So there was something recently I had seen where it's a dating show. This
Mm,
guy it's a row of women, and this guy was asked why he wasn't attracted to a certain woman, and he says,
mm,
"Oh, it's because of," and she had natural short hair, type 4C hair,
mm.
like mine, but hers was
Yes.
short, short. So he says, "Oh no, I don't like that." But she, she's well-spoken girl, pretty girl, I'm sure she's intelligent. So a lot of people saying black men will say we like a woman to wear her hair natural, but they're lying. What they mean is they want natural, straight hair.
Mm,
That's what they want. You think when a woman wears her hair natural and she walks into a room, CEOs or whoever, and she's in a meeting, do you think the hair that she wears will be a hindrance to opportunities or progression? Because a lot of people have been talking about this.
I don't think it should be a hindrance, but unfortunately, we live in a world where people will judge you based on the way your hair looks, the way the makeup you wear, or the clothes you wear. And unfortunately, that's the world we live in. It's not a fair thing. It shouldn't be that way. People should be allowed to be comfortable in their skin. Like you rightly put it, I was bold for the longest time. And actually, one of the things that got me into the things I got into, I used to be a model as well at some point. I'm sure you know that part. I got certain things or certain deals or got certain roles based on the fact that I had short hair, and people used to say, "Oh, you're a bold person," and I don't mean bold as in no hair, as in you're courageous to walk around without hair because it's not for everyone. Not everyone can pull up that look
Not
and be
easy.
comfortable in it. You know?
Yeah, because
Yeah. So
I'm not vain or anything, but I'm just not as, and I don't like it when we say, "Oh, women are brave. Oh, you're brave for doing. Oh, you're brave for not wearing any makeup and leaving the house. Oh, you're brave for not wearing the. Oh, you're brave." No, it's nothing to do with bravery. It's
thank
just
you.
be in my own skin and not have
Mm,
to be ridiculed for it. So it for me, like you are rocking that bald head.
yeah.
I don't have the head for a bald, for like short hair. I don't have the head for it.
Please wind up.
Maybe you just haven't tried it out. Maybe you haven't just tried it out, and you'll be surprised. Maybe you can rock the short hair.
We'll see. I know my producer's in the background saying, "Oh, you gotta hurry up, girls. You gotta hurry up."
Okay.
But just two last questions. What do you hope for the generation of women in media?
What's the question? I didn't get that.
What do you hope for the next generation of women in media?
What am I hoping? I'm hoping to see more women in leadership positions. I'm hoping that our industry grows, also in terms of finance, especially finance. I feel like our industry is really exploited. I feel like we are not paid enough for the things that we do, because to be a creative takes a whole lot of thinking, and it's not easy to sit down and create an idea like you've come up with. Call her Sam. It's not an easy thing to come up with episodes every week and think of questions and guests and all those things. And I feel like I wish and I hope that one day our industry will be better paying than it is right now. I know we're almost there, but I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, good point. And last one, two of the things that you no longer pretend to enjoy.
Socializing, I think, is one of the major ones. Like, oh my God. I do want to go out and socialize, but oh man, I don't know whether I'm at an age where I feel like I want to go out, socialize, work wise,
okay,
and then come back home and just be
you don't
in
want
that
to be
space.
There in the club, sitting by the AC, shivering. And
yes, no.
Hopefully the night will get better.
Yeah, I don't do that anymore. Second one. Oh my God. I can't think of the second one. I think that for me that's the major one. Or maybe faking friendship, perhaps. I feel like I'm at a stage where I want to have, not that I want to have, but I have friendships that are grounded. Like I can't fake friendship. If you're my friend, you're my friend. If we can't, I can't fake that. Yeah. You and I have been friends for a long. I can't fake. I can't fake that with you. I can't. Those are two things I can't fake.
Yeah.
To save my life.
So fake friendships and the whole socializing thing. You just do not have the back.
No, I don't.
Okay then. Well then. Thank you so much.
My outfit today, shoes are from Steve Madden and they're from the online store Frugal Girl. Top from Real Sleek. Pants, online store Frugal Girl. Earrings as well from Real Sleek. And that's my outfit of the day.